everyone, this is Karen.
Welcome everybody, I am Shane.
Today we're looking at part 1 of Henry Cavill.
Bringing Superman to life.
And the vocabulary words are spark.
Spark.
My older brother sparked my interest in science.
Passion.
Passion.
Music has been Casey's passion since she was a little girl.
Journey.
Journey.
Experience a journey through time at the National Palace Museum.
Recognition.
Recognition.
After years of hard work, the artist is finally beginning to receive some recognition.
Determined.
Determined.
Julie is determined to succeed and won't let anything stop her.
All right, good job, Julie.
Just like Henry Cavill.
Yes, that's right. Because I think like many actors, he didn't become famous overnight.
That's right.
It took lots of hard work and determination.
He really wanted to go into acting.
So actually, he met Russell Crowe.
That kind of sparked his interest
Exactly.
in acting.
He's like, I want to be just like this guy.
But I think he also tried out roles like, in Harry Potter or Twilight, but he didn't get the part.
But he didn't give up, right?
That's right. That's the most important thing.
He almost was able to get the role as James Bond.
But he was only 22 years old.
I think that's why he didn't get it, because James Bond is usually a bit more sophisticated and mature, right?
And I think in 2007, that's when he finally got his leading role, right?
He got his big break.
That's right.
Yeah, in the Tudors, right? Like a leading role. And I think that's when people really started to get to know him, especially in America, since he was a mostly British actor.
That's right.
Right.
But I do have to say, I think he is quite good looking.
I knew you were going to say that, but it's true.
Don't you agree with me, though?
Very handsome.
Right?
Yes.
Very charming.
Okay, let's learn a little bit more about Henry Cavill.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Henry Cavill, bringing Superman to life. Henry Cavill knew that he wanted to be a star at 16 years of age after a chance meeting with movie star Russell Crowe sparked his passion for acting. But for the British-born actor, the bright lights and glamour of Hollywood were a long way away. Supported by his secretary mother and stockbroker father, he decided to study drama during high school. His journey to megastardom had begun. Hello and welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kim.
And today we're going to be reading about Henry Cavill, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. And of course, when I say he's big, not only is he famous, but he's also big. He's a big guy.
That's right, he's best known for playing one of the biggest superheroes of all time, Superman.
That's right, and you need big muscles to be Superman. And of course, if you do play one of the most famous superheroes ever, you will be famous. And that is, of course, why we're talking about Henry Cavill. But for today and tomorrow, we'll be learning not just about his role as Superman, but where he came from, how he got into acting, and some of the interesting projects he'll be taking on in the future. So, let's begin day 1 of our article, Henry Cavill, Bringing Superman to Life. And so, we go back, actually, to the beginning of his life with our first sentence, which tells us, Henry Cavill knew that he wanted to be a star at 16 years of age after a chance meeting with movie star Russell Crowe sparked his passion, for acting. Who knew? So he met Russell Crowe at a very young age. This was a surprise. That's why we read a chance meeting, something unexpected. He was just, walking down the street one day and he ran into Russell Crowe, and this sparked his passion for acting. Now here we're using spark as a verb, but not as a noun. Now normally we might use it as a noun and talk about a spark being a small, almost like a small piece of fire that might start another fire. You use a spark to light something on fire and make a bigger fire. But we're using it as a verb in kind of the same way though. In the same way that a spark, the noun, starts a fire, To spark something, that's the beginning of something else. We'll spark an interest, we'll spark a passion, we'll spark an idea. So we're sort of saying we create it, we inspire it. It begins from something small and then grows into something much bigger. But that first beginning, that spark is sparked or begun by something else. For example, my older brother sparked my interest in science. Meeting Russell Crowe sparked his passion for acting.
Oh, so before he had maybe not that much interest in acting. After meeting Russell Crowe, something grew in him like that. And he decided he wanted to be an actor. Now, what does passion mean? Passion is a noun that means an enthusiastic love. If you have a passion for something, you're really into it. You almost make it your life. It's something you really want to do, someone you really want to see, something you have an intense interest in. For example, music has been Casey's passion since she was a little girl. She probably plays an instrument or sings. She's very dedicated to her music career or music as a hobby. It's something she really loves. She loves to play music, perform, and it's become a lot of what her life is about.
Yeah, she's really into it. It excites her. It's something she really feels very strongly about in a really positive way.
That's right.
So you have to have passion if you want to be an actor, an artist, because, you know, these are not easy jobs. And it can be difficult for a young actor to get into acting, to get your first big part. That's why you need the passion. And it seems that was true for Henry Cavill. It says, but for the British-born actor, the bright lights and glamour of Hollywood were a long way away. He was just a young kid growing up in Britain, in England somewhere. He's far away from Los Angeles, California, Hollywood, the movie business. So, you know, watching movies at home or in the movie theater in England, he might have thought, I'll never become a movie star. How will I ever get a job in Hollywood?
It's difficult to become someone who's famous from someone who's virtually unknown. That's very difficult. But supported by his secretary mother and stockbroker father, he decided to study drama during high school. His journey to megastardom had begun.
Very, very cool. So he came from a normal family. We see there that both his parents worked in an office. They weren't acting people or anything like that. But he decided, Henry that is, decided to study drama during high school. This is basically theater, acting. If you want to become an actor, studying drama at school or in university would be a very wise thing to do. And this began his journey to megastardom. Now, we're not talking about actually traveling from Britain, where he was born, to Hollywood, where he made big movies. We're talking here about his journey through his acting career. Journey normally means a trip or a voyage when you go from one place to another, but here it's his journey through his life as an actor. And our example sentence talks about another journey that you might take, but you're not traveling anywhere. It's a journey through time. It says, experience a journey through time at the National Palace Museum. Yeah, museums, books, they can take us on a journey without going anywhere. We're going on a journey through time or through our imagination. All right, we'll take a quick break now, and then we'll be back with more about Henry Cavill and his journey from who to Hollywood.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。过去有许多演员饰演过超人，不过同学们，如果你看的是这10年来的超人电影，那么你应该对 Henry Cavill 这一位演员一定不陌生。我们就先来看看他是怎么踏入演艺生涯的。Henry Cavill 在16岁的时候，因为某一次偶然遇见电影明星罗素克洛，然后激起了他对表演的热情。从此之后，他就知道自己想要成为明星。不过，这一位出生在英国又默默无闻的人，然后要成为一位美国好莱坞巨星，这是很困难的，几乎是遥不可及的。后来在父母亲的支持下，他就决定在高中要念戏剧，然后呢，他的巨星之旅就逐渐展开了。我们先补充一下 ，Kim 老师刚刚用到 virtually 这个副词，它是拼作 virtually，virtually 它是表达几乎或是实际上、实质上的意思。那这边还有3个单字 ，spark 当名词表示火花，那么当动词可以表达引发、激起，像是激起兴趣啊、热情等等。再来看 passion 是指热情、热爱。 当我们热爱做某事物的时候，会全心全意投入其中嘛。好，那这时候我们其实可以用 be dedicated to 加上名词或动名词来表达奉献于或是专心致志于全心为什么什么付出。其中的 dedicated 它是拼作 D-E-D-I-C-A-T-E-D。再看下一个单词 journey，journey 它表示旅程或是旅行的意思。接回课文中。
Henry Cavill, bringing Superman to life. Before gaining the international recognition he has now, Cavill tried out for roles in the Harry Potter and Twilight series, but failed to get either. He would have to keep waiting for his big chance. All right, and we're back with more about Henry Cavill. So, we just read that it was a long journey from him to get from Britain to Hollywood stardom, from a young actor to an international superstar. And so we get back to that. It says, before gaining the international recognition he has now, in other words, before becoming a big star, Cavill tried out for roles in the Harry Potter and Twilight series, but failed to get either. Amazing. So he actually tried out. He auditioned, if we're using the correct sort of acting term, for these roles in both the Harry Potter and the Twilight movies. Imagine that, Henry Cavill in either Harry Potter or Twilight. But it didn't really work out. He failed to get either. Sorry, Henry, you'll have to try again. And it says he would have to keep waiting for his big chance. Well, I think that's the story for a lot of actors, right?
Yeah, that happens to a lot of people. A lot of people who are famous now actually had the same situation. They tried out for a very big role and they didn't get it, but they went on to greater things.
Absolutely. And they eventually got that recognition for being a great actor, just like Henry Cavill did. Now, what does this word recognition mean?
So, recognition is a noun that means acknowledgement. If people give you recognition, it means they know who you are, they know your work, and they like you. They want to tell other people about you. So after years of hard work, the artist is finally beginning to receive some recognition. The artist is working hard, putting out paintings, sculptures, whatever they're doing, and finally someone knows who they are and wants to give them a chance to be a big name.
That's right. People are paying attention and giving them respect and kind of saying, you know, well done. You might also notice that recognition is very similar to a verb recognize. When you see something and know what it is, you recognize it. You give it recognition. All right, we'll take a break and then we'll be back with more as Henry tries to get that first big job in acting.
好，课文写到 Henry Cavill 在得到现在的国际认可之前呢，他曾经试镜过《哈利波特与暮光之城》系列电影的角色，但是一个角色都没有得到，只好继续等待他的大好机会了。麦克老师刚刚提到说，要表达试镜呢，可以用 audition 这个字 ，A-U-D-I-T-I-O-N。那这个字可以当名词或当动词来表达试镜、试唱或是试演的意思。那我们待会其实还会介绍另外一个相关片语。我们接着先来看单字 recognition。recognition 它表示认可或是赏识。那么 Ken 老师在解释单字时，他用到 acknowledgement 这个字，就是在 knowledge 知识的这个字前面加上 ac 的字首，再加上 ment 的字尾，变成 acknowledgement， 它有承认、认可的意思。这边还有3个重点，第一个是 before 引导副词子句的时候，如果它那个子句的主词跟主要子句的主词一样的话，就可以省略主词，然后把动词改成动词 ing。我们用句型来看比较清楚。假设原本的句型是主词加动词 before 主词加动词，就可以简化成主词加动词 before 动词 ing。例如 Henry put on his sunglasses before he got out of the car。可以简化成 Henry put on his sunglasses before getting out of the car. Henry 在下车前戴上墨镜。第二个重点是 try out 是不及物用，可以用来表达试镜或者是参加选拔甄选。那么后面可以接 for something。例如 Pam's brother encouraged her to try out for the lead role. Pam 的哥哥鼓励她去试镜主角。第3个重点 fail to 加上原形动词，可以表达没能怎么样，无法怎么样，没能做到某件事情。举例来说 ，They failed to finish the project on time。他们没能准时完成那一项专案。好，接着回到课文中。
Henry Cavill, bringing Superman to life. Determined as ever, Cavill took any acting jobs he could get his hands on, and appeared in several low-budget horror movies and TV shows in hopes of getting noticed. It almost worked. In the early 2000s, at just 22 years old, he narrowly missed out on becoming the new James Bond. Finally, in 2007, his hard work paid off. He won a leading role as the first Duke of Suffolk in the period show The Tudors. The TV show was very popular and helped to raise Cavill's profile in America. And welcome back. So, we were just reading about Henry Cavill was doing what most young actors and actresses do. He was going around trying out for movies and not getting in them, not getting the job. But that didn't stop him. He was gonna keep going until he got his big break, right?
That's right. As we see in the reading, determined as ever. Cavill took any acting jobs he could get his hands on and appeared in several low-budget horror movies and TV shows in hopes of getting noticed. Good for him.
Absolutely, yes. If you want to be an actor or a musician or many different types of jobs, or even, graduate from a good school, you need to be determined. So yes, if you're determined to do something like a young actor who will definitely make it to Hollywood, that means you're gonna do it and nothing is going to stop you. You're not gonna quit when the first difficult thing comes along. No, you've set yourself a goal and you're gonna reach that goal even if you die trying. Well, maybe you won't die trying, but you certainly won't quit when the first difficult thing comes along. You're gonna fight through, and eventually, even if it takes a long time and a lot of hard work, you're going to make it because you're determined. Like Julie, it says Julie is determined to succeed and won't let anything stop her. Good for you, Julie.
Go, Julie. She's going to get her way. So for Henry, it almost worked. In the early 2000s, at just 22 years old, he narrowly missed out on becoming the new James Bond. Finally, in 2007, his hard work paid off.
There you go. He won a leading role as the first Duke of Suffolk in the period show The Tudors. Finally, he had that big part. We know it's a big part because it was a leading role. He wasn't just a guy standing behind the star in one scene. No, he had a lot of lines. He was an important character in this show, The Tudors. And it says the TV show was very popular and helped to raise Cavill's profile in America. So it was a leading role in a popular show. I think it was a Netflix show, right? Or at least it was on Netflix.
It was well known at the time.
That's right. Not just in Britain, but all around the world, and especially in America, where, of course, Hollywood and all the big movies are made. So there you go. Henry Cavill was determined and he made it to Hollywood, or at least to a popular show, but he's still not Superman yet. Interesting. Well, we're going to be finding out a lot more about that, how he went from the Tudors to Superman, and also some of his projects for the future in tomorrow's article. So please do come back and join us for that. Until then, take care and bye-bye.
See you then.
虽然 Henry Cavill 没有得到哈利波特和暮光之城的角色，但是他一如往常的坚定，然后接下了任何可以得到的表演工作。他也有演出几部低预算的恐怖片和电视剧，希望能够得到注意。好，那么单字 determined 就是用来形容坚定的、下定决心的。那这边还有两个重点，第一个是片语 get one's hands on something， 字面意思是把某人的手放在什么东西上面，用来表达说把什么弄到手、得到的意思。那么动词 get 也可以用 lay 来代替。举例来说 ，Eric can't wait to get his hands on the new smartwatch. Eric 等不及要拿到那一只新的智慧型手表了。第二个重点是 in hope 或是 in the hope 或者是 in hopes 后面可以接 that 子句，也可以接 of 加上名词或动名词来表达希望怎么样，期盼怎么样。举例来说 He drove around the block again in hope of finding a parking space. 他开车再绕一次那个街区，希望能够找到停车位。好，那么课文接着写到说，在2000年代的初期啊，他差一点就能成为新一代的詹姆士庞德嘞。那不过幸好在2007年，他的努力总算得到回报。他在《都铎王朝》这部电视剧里面获得一个主要角色，这出剧非常的受欢迎，于是呢也帮助他提升了他在美国的知名度。好，文中用到 profile 这个字，在这边特别注意，它是指大众的注意。Raise somebody's profile 就是用来表达提高某人的知名度，让某人备受瞩目的意思。好，那么以上是这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
The supermarket puts ingredients in meal-sized portions. Each package has just the right amount to make a meal.
I love it. This way, I don't have any leftovers.
Also, everything is marked if it's non-GMO or organic. It gives you a real peace of mind.
Hold on. What's this QR code for?
Try scanning the code with your phone.
Whoa! It tells you everything about the produce, when and where it was planted and harvested, and even the farmer's name.
See you next time!